Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. Romance is in the air tonight. Well, at least romance with asterisks attached, like a third person involved in what should be a two-person affair. Our next movie is a romantic comedy with complications, starring Janet Gaynor and Robert Taylor, released by MGM in 1936 and called Small Town Girl. And that year of 1936 was a very important year for Robert Taylor. He was brand new to movies, and audiences saw him in 4 movies that year, opposite 4 very important leading ladies. First, he made Private Number with Loretta Young, then His Brother's Wife with Barbara Stanwyck, and The Gorgeous Hussy with Joan Crawford, and our next movie about a small-town girl played by Janet Gaynor. The net result of those 4 films was that Taylor, just 2 years after making his film debut, was listed as number 4 among the top movie box office draws in the whole country. That led him to the following year, 1937, to be asked to co-star with Greta Garbo in Camille. I mean, quite a movie launch for Robert Taylor. In our film Small Town Girl, Bob Taylor plays a young doctor who, driving through a small town on his way to a Yale-Harvard football game, meets Janet Gaynor. And having had too much to drink, he soon finds himself married to Janet Gaynor. And it's particularly complicated because they're both engaged to other people. Janet is engaged to a 27-year-old Jimmy Stewart, Bob to a socialite played by Benny Barnes. And the story bubbles on from there. Now, both Bob and Jimmy were just beginning their rise up the Hollywood ladder. Janet Gaynor's career at this point, though, was basically in a state of limbo. For years, she'd been one of the great stars at the Fox Studios. Her accomplishments included winning the very first Academy Award ever given to an actress. But those glory days were pretty much behind her at this point. A whole new batch of girls were now making names for themselves in the film business. Janet was freelancing and only occasionally working, but was very socially prominent as the wife of the great designer Adrian, who was numero uno among all the costume and fashion designers at the MGM studios where this next movie was made. So here from 1936, directed by William Wellman, and no relation to a later movie musical of the same name, which starred Jane Powell and Farley Granger. Here's the 1936 movie titled Small Town Girl.